During the period of lactation, that is when a mother is actually nursing her baby, can be very challenging. And that is why it is very important that whatever a mother is about to do at that point, she has to be very careful, and she has to be very intentional to be able to provide optimum well-being for just not her, but also for her newborn baby. So during the period of lactation, like I said, usually used to be very challenging, and that is why it is recommendable that you have an idea the adequate amounts of nutrients you as a nursing mother should be able to adhere to throughout the period of lactation. So that is exactly what we want to talk about. And I would like to list to you that as a nursing mother, you are recommended to take about 2,750 kilocalories of food daily. Yes, that should be able to furnish you and your baby and help you produce about 850 meals of breast milk daily. It's usually during the period of 3 months. That is the first 3 months of lactation. Usually from when the woman has put to bed, from down to 3 months. But it's actually going to be a guide. It can work as a guide for you throughout the period of lactation. Now, the protein requirements of a lactating mother is usually of high demands. Yes, and it is recommendable that as a lactating mother you go for protein of high biological value. What do we mean by protein of high biological value? Those protein that contains all the essential amino acids that will be able to replenish both you and your baby. And this protein of high biological value are usually gotten from animal sources. It can also be gotten from plant-rich foods. Proteinous rich foods can be gotten from combination of your cereals and your legumes. When you combine them in adequate amounts, you'll be able to get protein of high biological value. Using rice and beans as an example, yes, that could give you a perfect example of protein of high biological value. This is also applicable for fat intake. Yes, you should be able to take adequate amounts of fats, and all these are conjoined in the recommended energy intake, like I've mentioned. For you to be able to get enough of that 2,750 kilocalorie like I mentioned, you should be able to take adequate amounts of fats, adequate amounts of carbohydrates, and adequate amounts of protein. These three major nutrients are actually what will give you the recommended daily energy intake as a lactating mother throughout your nursing period. So what about your vitamins? Yes, your vitamin intake should also be intentional, should also be taken seriously, just as your minerals. When you are depleted in calcium, when you are depleted in vitamins, your baby won't be able to get enough. And your baby depends solely on you on all the nutrient intake that your baby needs. So if you are lacking, if you don't have enough calcium, you'll be exposing yourself to hypocalcemia, whereby you are depleted of calcium and your baby tends to suckle all of that from you. In the interest of the baby, your baby will have to take enough of it. So that is why I sketched out a little menu that will guide you, a sample menu that will guide you during your period of lactation. And this one is actually a 1-day sample menu that you can get. You can access it from the description box down there. Yes, and please don't forget to leave any question that you have after accessing it. If you have any question that you have in regards to the menu, in regards to this, please do not forget to leave a comment, and I will attend to you people individually. Thank you.